welcome in my family, my healthy, wealthy family. We're back with another one. Hey, welcome to our Thursday night chat, entrepreneur talk, wisdom talk. The kind of vibe, the kind of talk that keeps us going, that helps us to thrive, that feeds our knowledge, our information system, our soul. Tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're seeing this, wherever you are in the world, we are about to welcome a special guest. I call her the Joy of Entrepreneurship. Why? Well, her name is Joy. So, we're going to be talking tonight about, how to get into entrepreneurship, some of the ups and downs, but mainly we're going to focus on the joys, the freedom, the celebration of it. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome our special guest, Joy of Be the Difference Clothing.
Hey, what's
Hi.
going on? Hi, everybody. Good
Yes,
to
yes,
meet you. Good to
yes.
see everyone.
Honor
It's
to
been a
have you.
while. Yeah, it's been a while. For some people, it's been a little bit longer than a while.
Hmm. Totally, totally. So I'm just going to give you a spotlight moment to just tell the audience who you are, what you're all about, like where they can find you, stuff like that, and then we'll start getting into the Q
Okay.
and A. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you put on your bell for the next one's coming up. Joy, take it away, sis.
Hey, guys. It's your girl, Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Some of you know me, some of you don't. But what we do and what we specialize in is inspiring people through written messages on clothing. It can be a t-shirt, a onesie, a fitness top, a hoodie, a sweater, a zip up, whichever item you decide to support, you definitely will be an inspiration. You won't even have to say a word. Isn't that beautiful? Um, so you can find everything that I do on every single social media platform at B as in boy, T as in Tom, D as in dog, LLC. Also, if you are into books, this is actually my very first book that I published back in 2018. It's all quotes, very easy to read. So you can definitely check that out. I want to say thank you to Charlene in advance too for having me on here. And shout outs to everybody in the chat as well. Thank you for supporting her and also supporting me. But overall, everything is about progressing and helping to progress humanity and bringing everybody back to human nature. So that's just a little nutshell of Be the Difference Clothing and a little bit about me. You're muted. You're muted.
Oops. Oops. I always do that. It
I
never
do it
fails. Guys,
too.
y'all
I
know
do
this.
it
It
too.
never fails. I always do this.
I do
All
it
right.
too. There's plenty of times that I've done it on Hello World. Trust me. I'd be like, and it's something good you're saying too. You like deep in the
Right?
book, you like
I
hear
was
something.
in my emotion.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Nora. Welcome in. Welcome in. Everyone in the chat, welcome in. Y'all love, share this out, give it a thumbs up. We support positivity. And I was gonna say, I was saying that I joined the affiliate program that Joy has, and I'm going to let her talk a little bit about that because she has the opportunity where you can come and earn income through promoting her products and her well, not services but her products. And why I joined her is because of what the clothing line stands for. It's so empowering that you can be that difference. You can change the world just by doing what you're here to do. And I just love that about her clothing line. And my desire, my biggest desire for her is to just see that clothing line blow up and touch the world because I just feel like for me personally it's so impactful. And my favorite, I always tell people my favorite is the one with the hand, the fist
Power.
that says power,
Yeah.
and the orange. I was looking for it to wear it tonight but I couldn't find it, but I've done shorts with it and it's just such a powerful statement. Be the difference. for me, those words, it just says it all. The words itself, it empowers us. So let's get back to that human state, that love, that oneness, that
Yes.
connection. Just so beautiful. So Joy, tell us. I know you wrote that book, and we're gonna get to the book.
Hmm.
However, I want to ask you, like, your first venture into entrepreneurship. When was that? What made you decide, hey man, I want to be an entrepreneur? Were you always an entrepreneur, or were you a 9 to 5er? How did you do this? How did you start?
So I believe, and I was taught that we need to have at least 7 streams of income. Nowadays, 10.
Yes.
So to 10 to even survive. But I had always been in the entrepreneurial mindset. My family is from the Caribbean, so Caribbean people
I
are
never knew
very well. Caribbean people are known for having 2 and 3 job, and getting their own. So my first my very very first thing was probably um selling the t-shirts for the fundraisers at school. And then when I did that, I branched off into me and my dad ended up doing like a lamp business. We made
that.
lampshades
Oh
and
wow.
lamps from wood. So we did
Wow.
that. And then I had my little car wash when I was all of this while I was still in adolescent age. You know what I mean? So like I would say for anybody who has young children or are about to have kids or even older kids, it doesn't matter. Teenagers, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the opportunity. I don't have children, so you can't come back at me like, oh well, you don't have kids, you don't know how it is. But I was once one, and I could speak from that perspective. So from the perspective of being a child and having parents who just let you do things, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything bad. It just feels like that's how life is. So
Mm-hmm.
if you allow your kid to feel that that's how life is, they will never grow too far away from having that entrepreneurial
The
mindset.
roots.
Yes,
Yes.
it's like you put in you are doing what they say in the Bible. Somebody tills the land,
Mm-hmm.
somebody harvests, somebody waters, somebody
Yep.
plants.
Yep.
So if you're always as parents in a planting position, your
Mm.
harvest, you will reap your harvest, okay? Because your
Yep.
kids are gonna come back, take care of you, take care of all your finances because they're able to do so. So even if they're jumping from thing to this to that, so what? Who's to say that we're supposed to know what we want to do or stay in what we think we want to do all of our lives?
Ex- exactly. I see it all as a learning process. You're exploring,
Yeah.
you're figuring out what brings you joy. You're discovering your purpose or deciding what it is because, you know, that's how you learn. I was actually just thinking about something today that experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
And how are you going to get experience if you don't go out there and do something?
And how are we going to understand what seasons are if we don't actually go through them? And then we
Hmm.
like if we don't go through them in our younger years, we're gonna go through it in our adult years, and nobody
Hmm.
is going to have the time nor the patience to be a part of those healing parts when we just can't figure it out. And then
Hmm.
everybody else is going to be like, "Well, you should be an adult. You should know better."
Yeah,
But I'm
that is so
still
true.
but I'm still in an immature mindset. So how could you blame me just because I'm in an adult body?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, guys, you see why she's on this show? Listen to the wisdom that's coming out of her. I mean, it's like so spot on. I totally agree. And I was just telling someone the other day, being 50 or 60 doesn't mean you're mature. That's just the age, it's just a number. You could still be in the mindset of a 21-year-old person. You know what I'm
That's your
saying?
death certificate, you know? But seriously, like,
Yeah.
what do they say? Like, we've talked about this on Hello World. What did they say? Like, the average lifespan of a human being for a female is like 80, for a male, 70. So when you're getting older, oh my goodness, I'm about to die. It's not possible for me to live past 85. If you already have that in your
The
psyche,
mindset. Yep.
you're gonna abide by that. But if you live in a mindset, and this is how I live, okay? Don't come for me. If you live in a mindset that you're
We
ageless,
we endorse that here, girl. We
all
endorse that
right, that's
here.
what I'm
We
saying.
endorse that. I was just gonna announce and tell them that what one of the things I love about you is that you endorse that youthfulness. Like going old doesn't mean getting crooked or you're heading to your grave. You're still vibrant and
Yeah,
alive.
ageless.
I
I
don't even like
mean,
to say old. I like to say wiser because
yeah,
the word old is so
seasoned.
negative.
You got some oregano on you. Okay, some paprika, some all you your mama. You got a little bit of all of that in you, and it tastes good.
Yes. Totally seasoned. So, Joy, what inspired you to really create this line, Be the Difference?
I mean, like some of you already know, I used to manage a Christian rap artist, and so it was laying the groundwork of what was to come.
Mm,
And I had always been some type of being in business, but what really was the pivotal point was when I saw somebody under some type of influence, and when I drove by, I was just like, I feel bad. And I was like, wait a second, there's got to be more than just feeling bad. You
yeah.
have to do something. And I know we all wish that we could do something, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, we always say, well, somebody else. So I decided to go ahead and say, you know what? It's scary to talk about substance abuse and addictions, especially to put it that vivid on an actual piece of clothing, but I
Mm-hmm.
gotta do it. So
Yeah.
the second t-shirt that I ever made was called Addiction Kills the Family. It's
Mm,
basically a graphic um, impression of a bear claw ripping the word family apart and
cool.
addiction, ripping it all apart. So like we can literally see like this is
Mm-hmm.
what it does. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have to mean that your family is just you and two kids,
Mm-hmm.
a husband or a wife. It's anybody.
Yeah.
It could be your best friend. It could be your neighbor. That could be your family. Whatever the case may be, any type of addiction, not even just only substance abuse. But we have people who are addicted to their cell phones, working too much,
Yeah.
playing video games, playing games with other people and their emotions. We got
Mm-hmm.
people who like to play games politically. It's like if you take more time away from spending with family, that can be an addiction. So I kind of
It's
wanted
true.
to set a precedent of what could possibly, or a scale on what you could say, okay, maybe I am addicted to this. Maybe I have to, tone it back and scale it back. And once you start scaling it back, how do you
Mm-hmm.
feel? Do you feel like you're going through withdrawal emotionally, spiritually?
Mm-hmm. That
And
stuff is real.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you know. So that is what the pivotal point was, seeing that person strung out, like literally. I've never seen that in life. But when I saw it, and it was the way it was wintertime and they were bent backwards. I had never seen a person bent
Wow.
backwards like an accordion before, and it just broke my heart. Because the
Wow.
first thing I thought about was when this person was a toddler, I guarantee you they never ever imagined being someone who was strung out with no control over their life. And it
Mm-hmm.
broke my heart just thinking about that.
Yeah. It's sad and it's real out there, and I commend you for doing something about it. You're creating positive energy and bringing awareness because
Fine.
you can't tiptoe around the truth if you want change. And the fact that you made something so graphic and so real, it sometimes people need that rude awakening, like, wait a minute, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
somebody that might be new and thinking about drugs, that might make them say, oh shoot, you know what, this might not be a good idea. So girl, kudos to you. So I'm just going to ask you right now, as you flow with that, like, I honestly feel like what you do just give back naturally to the community,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna ask, how do you give back to the community? Because we're a
So
social entrepreneur energy type on this channel. So just how do you give back? But I know you do just
financially,
by what you do.
financially, I do give 10% of all of the clothing designs to Hayden's Heart. It's a charity that raises awareness for babies with congenital heart disease. And they also assist and aid in families who have their children, their infants in the hospital, or some that may have to cover funeral expenses and
Mm,
grieving and stuff like that. So I've been donating to that charity since probably 2015.
wow.
And I don't ask, and here's the thing too, I don't ask them to ever shine a light on me to be like, okay, because I'm a corporate sponsor, can you sometimes, I don't even do that. If they decide to do it, then that's fine. But it's just something as a company that does inspiration, I felt was necessary to do. And
Mm-hmm.
the cool thing about it is that they're located in North Arlington, New Jersey. So they're
Oh,
right there. They're
yeah.
tangible. It's tangible.
Yeah.
And I see what they do. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I would love for you to share that link so I could put it in the description as well, so that anyone that would like to donate as well to that charity, you can do it either directly or just support what she does. When you buy 10% goes. So automatically when you support her business, you're supporting that charity. That's probably the best way to go. But just so you can bring more
yeah.
awareness, we could share the link of that charity. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's just haydensheart.org.
Hayden's Haden.
HAYDENSHEART.org.
Okay. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. Hi, Frugal Mama and Big Daddy Beard, Rudy. I see you guys. K Plus. Hello, hello, hello. Stock Explorer. Love you guys. Thank you all for being here. Please remember to like this and share it out. You know, we're all about sharing positivity. There goes that tongue twister. There's always a tongue twister or a mute on these lives. But you know, one day we're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. But we'll work with it. So your book. Let's talk about that. I know you have more than one books. I believe you
Mhm.
have three or five.
Ah,
Five. Okay. And this one right here, this is book number
fun.
the first one.
Yeah, this
Tell
is
us
this
about
is
this.
fun.
What made you yeah. Yeah, what made
So
you write it?
it
What made
is,
you do this
first of
one?
all, I'm not
Let
a
me give you a
writer.
spotlight so you could just put it up to the camera. Let me
First of all, I'm not a writer. I never intended on being a writer, but I was getting my hair done and we were watching Queen Sugar, y'all. and and she was just like, she made a comment because the girl at the time, the girl was like working in she was working in a newspaper and trying to get her stuff published. And she was like, more African American women should, become writers so that these young girls have something else to look forward to doing outside of just acting and music and all that other stuff. And I was just like, ill. I took it as she was trying to challenge me. And I said, I don't back down from no challenge, but
hmm.
I'm not a writer. I can't write no novel. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to write a novel. But I knew, as you can see the title, it says quotes that make you say, oh, from Instagram. Around that same time or a year prior, I had been posting 3 quotes a day,
Wow.
3 quotes a day for almost a year and some change. And this is how this book came, from 3 quotes a day. And I copywrote my book so that I was not, so if I did, use someone else's quote, then I could give them credit or just not even use it. But
Mm-hmm.
this is all mine. These are inspirations from things that I've seen, God, maker, creator, whoever you believe in, just
Mm-hmm.
flowing through me because I was an open vessel, and that's how these quotes came about. And I have these other books that I've written. The only book that has never been on Facebook or Instagram was this book. I didn't even push this book onto social media because after writing 4 or 5 books and people knowing you to do so, I started getting nervous. Like, man, somebody might try to steal my stuff.
Hmm.
Let me go ahead and write this. And plus, it's very personal. A lot of personal quotes in here.
Mm, okay.
Go ahead and write this, do my little copyright, and then publish it.
Yeah,
So
makes sense. You have to protect yourself because not everyone has integrity. So I
no.
understand that.
So I'm like, and another thing that got me a little nervous because I saw somebody that I don't know, which is not a problem, took one of my quotes that I used to post on Instagram and
Mhm.
posted it to their channel on.
Without giving credit?
Well, they had no choice but to, because at the bottom of every quote I would put BTDLLC, so you knew that was the author, um, or where it came from. So they couldn't take it, but it was just like if somebody could just copy and paste or
Mhm.
share a thing, I need to protect it because like a lot of these quotes are just like, oh, sometimes when I read my stuff, I'm like, oh, this is good. I'm like, oh my
Girl, you got the
God.
greatness in you. Hello now.
I was like, dang, girl, you,
Would you
yeah.
do us the honor of just reading something from any one of your books? But I'm hoping you read from the quote books because I love quotes. I love affirmations. I do a lot of that on this channel. So if
Okay.
you would just do us the honor of reading.
You tell me which one you want me to do from. You
Oh,
tell
we'll
me
let
which
the
one.
audience choose, guys.
You
Let me
tell
bring
me
you
which
up
one you
solo,
want. You want me which
and
one you want.
you guys can pick. Do you want the one in the middle, the one on the left, or the one on the right, or the one from Instagram? Which book would you like her to read from? I'm
Yeah.
actually looking at the one in the middle.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, this one. This is, you want to get your love swag back because this is what a lot of the quotes in here have a lot to do with love. So we're gonna go like this and see
Well,
what
a lot of people are looking for love, but hey.
somebody said. The middle too, K plus.
Oh,
All right,
cool.
I'm gonna read both sides. It says, cheers to not falling out of love with being in love.
Hmm.
And then the next one, it says, when you hate everything and everyone, the only person you hate more is the reflection of them in the mirror. That's
Whoa,
this
whoa, whoa. That's a deep one. Read that one again. Wow.
one. When you hate everything and everybody, the only person you hate more is the reflection in the mirror.
That is a fact. Wow.
You see how I
That is
say
so
like I was
true.
inspired by other people because I was looking at somebody who was just always talking about how much they hate everything, and that's how it became. That's how this
Hmm.
came, and I just put my own twist on it.
Okay. So, where can someone buy your book? Are they
Uh,
available all on Amazon, or do you have a private website for that?
so you could go to the website beatadifferencellc.com. If you like audio versions, there's audio versions of all of these books on
Audible?
audio. Yeah, Audible. I had to think
Hmm.
about it. Um, all these versions are all on Audible. So, and I am the narrator, so you can go ahead and check those out. If you want the physical copies, you go to the website beatadifferencellc.com. And otherwise, you can look at some of my very, 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 very old posts on Instagram and see where they came from. I mean, like, it was flooded with quotes.
You
You
had a
know,
lot of creativity coming out of you, oozing out. You had to make it into a book. I mean, like, come on. You had to, because what you do, I believe a lot of people need. And every time I come over to your channel, guys, you need to connect with her. Every time I go over there, joy is always oozing out. Joy and just so much wisdom. I sometimes I'm in the chat and I'm going, yes, she's talking my language. I may not be able to respond sometimes, but I'm taking it in. I'm like, this girl is on my vibration and I love it. You know, when you find someone that has that same energy and they know what they're about and they're focused, you just can't help but admire them and honor them and just want to grow with them.
I appreciate it. And you know what, too? I always like to tell everybody I try. It's not always easy. You have
Mhm.
no idea what I have to endure, sometimes day to day or just whatever, but it's definitely not easy. But I'm disciplined, and that's why I don't react. And sometimes I do react, but it's not out in public. But it takes a
Mhm.
lot of discipline. I need to start meditating a lot more, but a lot of meditation, a lot of just letting go of that ego and that pride.
Ooh.
It's a lot. It's
Mm-hmm.
a lot trying not to be human in what you grew up being. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like
I
we're
can
talking about
understand.
20, 30 years or 40 years or 50 years of you being who you were, and now all of a sudden you're challenging that
Mm-hmm.
facade
Yeah.
to be who you really are. It's not easy,
Yeah. That is true.
you
You
know.
know, reprogramming in the mind, it's a process, and you just can't give up. And one of the things you can do is just really hang out with people that are also on that vibration. It really helps. Because if
It's
you're going to hang out with your girlfriend, Debbie Downer, guess what? Debbie Downer is going to down you down.
yeah, next thing you
So
know,
hang out with Joy so you can get some joy.
yeah. But I will say this though, just like what you're saying, being around people who
Mhm.
just want to have fun and a good time does take away anything that you may be going through, or make you think about your situation a little different.
Mhm.
So it's definitely very important. That's human connectivity is so important. And it's like we're all like little healing bombs for each other. You just don't know.
Yes.
You don't even have to, you don't like, put it this way. We
Mhm.
are not supposed to go out there and find out what everybody's business is and what they're going on. You just need to do what you got to do. Your senses will tell you something's not
Yes.
right, something's going on. Let me just talk to them, or let
Yeah.
me pray for them, or meditate for them. You don't have to
Mhm.
know everybody's ins and outs. Let people come to you and tell you if they decide. But just be that healing bomb so they're like, dang, that was the best moment of my life. And
Yeah.
then back to whatever hell that they're
Mm-hmm. That is so true. And I was actually, girl, it's like you're saying things that I've been thinking about recently. Like, you know
in.
what? I don't need all the details. Just what's going on. I'm a shoulder to cry on, or I'm here to help you lift your spirit or your energy. But I don't need all the details. I don't need to be all in your business. Unless, of course, you just feel like you want to share, but I don't need to be in your business. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So I
right,
love
right.
that. So,
Mm.
Joy, tell us about. I'm going to ask you two things, and it's the same question, but the opposite side of the coins. The
Okay.
best point in your business, the best time, the highest point, the highest moment, and then the lowest moment, or the worst time in your business, maybe a point when you feel like giving up. And you can start with the negative or the positive. Totally up to you.
Okay. So the highest point is when I'm out at events or pop-up shops or doing something of that nature, and absolutely just talking to people, and people who support. And it's even better when I don't have to explain things to people about what the stuff means. But that's the highest point, just connecting with people and then making new entrepreneurial friends. I would say the lowest point uh, is when the money isn't consistently coming in. Um, I don't know. There are a lot of people out there who, make it seem like they're making hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars off of their business. And it's just like, you can't say that it's not realistic because people do. But it's just like, when is it going to be your turn? And I could always say, you already had your turn. You experienced helping somebody when you got a chance to meet them. You know, and another high point was, um, I was at a festival, and one person came to the table. They were looking. I explained everything to them, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I write books." And she was like, "You write books? Blah blah blah." So she picked up this book. She flipped through whatever quote open because she never told me which one it was. She just stared at it, and then she started crying. And I'm like, "I'm sorry." And whatever whatever it hit, I just felt like, "Dag, y'all, like." I'm so glad I could have been a vessel at that point to meet this person, that everything lined up out of the billions of people in this world to
Mm-hmm.
get the reaction that I got from this woman, from a quote that I don't know what it was, but from a quote that came from somewhere
Mm-hmm.
to help her or to heal her or to help her whatever the case may be. But she did buy the book. But the kid that was with her and her husband, they both were like, yeah, you need to get that. It's just like, how, after all of these years of writing this book years and years ago, I meet this woman last year or 2022, and it was so relevant to her situation.
Wow.
That's just like, I think one of the high points. Not the fact that I made her cry, but the simple fact that it's just like, that's how powerful we can be.
Mm-hmm.
That's how powerful we can be.
Totally. Totally. Guys, her website is in the chat. So make sure you go over there and support her. You can also use my links. You'll still get the same money. It's in the description. And if you are looking for an opportunity to earn extra income, you
Yeah.
heard the woman, you need at least seven sources of income. And what better way to earn income than to do affiliate, especially if you're a content creator? It's so much easier to just share the links and talk about what she does.
Yeah.
1 minute, maybe even less. Whenever I get a chance, I always try to mention, because what she does is so impactful to me. Like, I'm really touched by just the name itself, Be the Difference. It's just so empowering. So, make sure you support this beautiful entrepreneur. Click on the link, use the link, share this out. Let's make this woman go viral. And remember, you can get the audio copy and you can also do the hard copies. For me, it's audio because you can listen as you're driving, as you're on the bus, as you're doing your meditation. Because quotes are good. These quotes can change your life. Trust me, I know because I do affirmations, and I'm telling you, they can shift the way you think, the way you vibrate, the way you feel. Look at the young lady, like that touched me when you said, it just made me think like, just divine connection. Sometimes you're
Yeah.
creating something in your space because you're going with your spirit and your flow. And it's just the universe allowing you to create that to help someone else. We truly are each other's keeper.
Years
So
later.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, totally. So I love that high and that low. So before we close out, what advice would you give to a young upcoming entrepreneur or someone that's maybe at a 9 to 5 when they're trying to say, okay, how can I become an entrepreneur or find more ways to create income? But before you answer that, if there's anything else you want to share, please feel open and free to share it. If you want to talk a little more about the books, that's fine as well. Whatever you want to do, it's your stage.
Well, one thing I will say is, guys, I just got the website redone. So leave a Google review if you would like, and you get an extra 20% off your next purchase. Um,
Oh, we got to get up and dance for that. Poof. We like to save.
the clothing is there. The clothing, the t-shirts, onesies, hoodies, and fitness tops. They're all printed by me. So, you may have seen me do the printing lives, but the idea behind it also is like, it's not just I want to do it myself. It's because I know that I'm putting energy into it, and that energy is transferable. So I always try to say, like, something positive to whomever is the person who's supporting, like, hey, whatever they need, give it to them. And may this bless them, and may they be blessed abundantly. So it's like, you not only just get an item, but it's just an item that has a purpose. And it's
Mm-hmm.
from a person at this very point, from a person who wants to see you progress. And that's what life is for me. I want to see people progress. I want
Mm-hmm.
to see people go from not feeling so good about themselves to revealing that, dang, I'm pretty dope, to
Yep.
now walking into whatever your purpose is, because now God, your mega creator, or whoever you believe in, sees fit and sees that you're fit enough and suited and booted enough to go ahead and carry on that torch. So I just want people to understand, at the end of the day, yes, it's a business, but if you are not growing and starting to glow more, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So, whatever you do, follow your purpose, figure out what it is, and first and foremost, understand who you are. Forgive yourself, love
Mhm.
yourself, forgive yourself from all of your past, present, and future traumas. Don't be so hard. That's cliche. Don't be so hard, but literally, give yourself room to heal after every trauma. I don't care how long it takes. Guess
Mhm.
what? We're all healing. We're always going to be in a healing state because there's so many things that hit us daily and things that have been put in the back of our brains,
Mhm.
gotten forever. We're always going to be healing. And if those are fresh wounds, it's okay. It takes time. Just like the cut on your finger or your hand, it takes time to mend itself. And so will be your soul. But
Mhm.
don't do it by yourself.
Yep.
So that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that. Just stay encouraged. If you want to do something, hold on to your 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with that. That's one stream of income.
There you go.
Go ahead and start doing whatever it is that you like. Make it a hobby and then see how far it goes. And if it doesn't go as far as you think it is, don't compare yourself to like, oh man, I'm not selling a lot. Maybe your hobby is going to be impactful to the immediate circle that is necessary for.
Totally.
So don't think that just because you're not making big numbers or you may never think you might make big numbers, just keep on doing. Keep on having that heart of giving, of servitude, and to humanity first. And at least if you don't want to do to humanity, be of service to nature. I
Hmm.
guarantee you, if you respect nature, you're gonna automatically start loving the things that creep around in it like humans.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I was trying to cop a sip while I was off camera.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, I totally love that. Oh my gosh, you say so many inspiring things, honey. You need to start doing healing sessions.
Yeah, that's
I'm
gonna take
telling you.
a lot of, and that's a lot too. I'll be forever in meditation because
Mhm.
any people like to suck your energy and then you have to replenish your energy. That's another thing too, guys. When you give to
Mhm.
people, make sure you fill yourself back up or
Yeah,
do whatever it is that will help fill you back up.
yeah,
You know,
totally. That's why
yeah.
I'm like so careful and really taking my time to scout out the business that I'm creating. Well, I don't like to say business, but the environment I'm creating, my wellness company. I want to make sure that the things I deliver there, the healing that I deliver, the speeches, anything that I do within that is going to be bringing back energy that will lift me up. So I'm
Mhm.
not just giving and then I don't have the energy coming back to lift me up. So, for instance, I already know I like to dance. So I'm going to be doing some movement in there. So that's feeding me because I just want to enjoy what I do as I live my purpose. So I'm taking my time to really feel and vibrate what I love as I give and I help others heal. I want to be healing myself too. We're in it together and, just attracting the right people. But totally, totally. All right, so let me let you close out just by encouraging our young entrepreneurs or the 9 to 5ers who might be like on the verge of giving up or they're deciding, should I do entrepreneurship? It seems like such a stressful thing. I don't know if it's for me. What advice would you give to those people?
Yeah, it's one about discipline and having loyalty for your own self, having
Mhm.
self-worth. And I would say don't worry about the statistics too much because if you do, then you might give up before you blow up or however, you know what I mean? So if you are a young entrepreneur, I say go out and do it. If you decide to change routes, that's okay. Go out and do it because you're living the lessons that you need to learn in order to get to the ultimate prize, whichever that prize may be. But had I not started off as managing someone, I would not have had the skills and the tools to have to figure all of this stuff out. because there was no help. So keep on doing whatever it is. And if it branches out to something else, it's all good. If it doesn't and you stay consistent with that, that's even better. But don't give up. Don't keep yourself in a box. And always, 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 always have some type of sense of servitude. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. If you don't have a sense of servitude, then you're going to be an empty person and you're never going to understand the fulfillment of joy and happiness. You know what I mean? Like, happiness is not monetary. Happiness is the people that actually like you. Okay. The people who actually like you and the people that you feel and know that like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many rich people out there that nobody likes.
They're
And they
lonely.
feel it. Yeah, they feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's powerful, and you're totally right. That's why one of the things we focus on here is true wealth. Wealth doesn't mean money. Money is a part of the pie, but there's so much more to living a truly wealthy life. So if you're new and you're on that vibe or you're looking to learn, definitely tune in. That's what we focus on: spirituality, coins, friendship, relationship, all that good vibe. Next time we meet is going to be next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm going to be talking about some of the things Joy was talking about in regards to income, having multiple sources of income. So we're gonna dig into our imagination. Oh, let's see that. Let's see that. Let's see
Oh
that.
no, I was playing around and I put that little stop on there.
We're gonna dig into our imagination and kind of do like a little workshop together where we look at our current situation. Like, let's say you're a 9 to 5 and you're on your job and you're like, okay, I need more income. So I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I can give you some examples because I want you to be your own leader, be your own guide. Go within and figure out, how can I monetize what I already do. So we're going to be talking about that next week. And in the meantime, I have a link pinned at the top that's going to be on credit restoration, not next week, but the week after. If you're interested in that, make sure you go ahead and like it, share it out. Or if you just want to support it, like it, share it out, put on the notification bell. You know how the algorithm works. You got to show it some love. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's thank our sister Joy for being here. Sis, it's been an honor, a privilege, and an absolute joy to share the stage with you. I can't thank you enough for coming. I appreciate you so, so, so much. Jersey City is in the house.
I thank you as well for thinking of me, and I appreciate it. It's an honor as well for me to be here.
Right back at you, Queen Sister. Everyone, take care and thank you so much for being here. Share, share, share. And remember, you are wealthy in every way. Take a deep breath and say it with me. I am wealthy.
I am wealthy. Amen.
That's right. Yes.
I
And there's
receive
there's joy in me. Feel your joy.
it.
Love y'all. All right, let me find the end button. I think my thing is messed up here. I don't know where the end button is. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Listen, you guys know, Charlene is not tech savvy, but she's learning.
That's right.
And I'm bold enough to be here without being tech savvy. So there's no excuse why you can't get on your platform and do what you could be doing. Start without even being perfect. It's okay. Look at me. I'm a work in progress. We all are. So embrace yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Bye. Oh my God.